Ever had one of those moments where you think, I've totally got this, and then everything goes wrong in the most spectacular way possible? Well, that's exactly what happened when I tried to moonwalk at my friend's wedding and somehow ended up destroying the wedding cake. Yeah, it was bad. Let me tell you how I accidentally got kicked out for dancing like a dad. So there's this thing I do when I get a little tipsy at weddings. I like to dance. Not in a cool, smooth way, though. More like a dad who's had one too many glasses of wine at his daughter's wedding. I'm talking dad move. The awkward side shuffle, the overly enthusiastic two-step, and my personal favorite, the look at me, I'm pretending I'm in a boy band routine. It was my friend Jeff's wedding. The reception was going great. Drinks were flowing, people were mingling, and the dance floor was packed. I'd been dancing for a good half hour, just vibing with the crowd, throwing in some questionable moves. No one seemed to mind. Until the moment it all went wrong. I had this incredible idea. I was going to do a moonwalk, like Michael Jackson. But with a twist, I was going to moonwalk while holding 2 glasses of wine. If I could pull this off, I'd be the hero of the night. Crowd would go wild. So I pushed my way to the center of the dance floor, threw my shoulders back for dramatic effect, launched into what I thought was going to be a smooth moonwalk. Only my feet didn't exactly cooperate. Instead of gliding like MJ, I ended up stumbling backward, completely losing balance and crashing into the wedding cake. Now you might think, okay, no big deal. You knocked over a cake. Happens to the best of us. Here's the thing. The wedding cake wasn't just any cake. It was the cake that the bride and groom had spent months choosing. It was a 3-tier fondant-covered masterpiece, like something you'd see in a cake, and I just body slammed it like a WWE wrestler. The top tier, which I happened to land on, collapsed. And in true disaster fashion, the wine glasses in my hands, yes, I was still holding them, both spilled directly onto the wreckage of the cake. People went silent. I froze. And in that awkward silence, the first thing that popped out of my mouth was, well, at least it was a good cake. The bride, bless her heart, looked horrified. The groom, however, wasn't even fazed. I'll give Jeff credit. He tried to make it lighthearted by saying, guess that's one way to get rid of the top tier. But it didn't stop there. Worst part, I didn't realize how much of a scene I had caused until I tried to walk away from the cake disaster. As I turned, I accidentally kicked over a table with the gift registry. The one with all the fancy vases and glassware. Yeah, that went down too. By this point, I wasn't even trying to salvage anything. I just started walking backward like a moonwalk, but in reverse, to get away from the wreckage. But then I tripped over the DJ's speaker cord and landed face first on the dance. DJ, who had been laughing at my entire performance up until that point, saw me on the ground and with a smirk yelled, all right, that's enough of the show. I think we've all seen enough. And then, as if on cue, a security guard approached me. I didn't know whether he was going to help me up or kick me out. He just stared at me for a moment and then said, buddy, you're gonna have to take a breather. You've officially gone viral for all the wrong reasons. So yeah, I got kicked out of the wedding. Not because I was rude or anything, but because my dance moves were so bad, I became a walking disaster. I can still hear people talking about it to this day. Jeff even sent me a video later that night titled, How to Destroy a Wedding Cake in 10 Seconds. To this day, I stick to the safety of the bar at weddings. Someone hands me a dance challenge, I just smile and say, I'll just be over here, sipping this wine that I definitely won't spill.